Everybody needs a good laugh sometimes, even people in the horror community. That's why horror and comedy go so well together. And so, for our next story, before we get into the final four, let us get into a funny story. I know, something we don't do here very often, but it's the best of the best in terms of the funny stories, other than Stifferman. Don't go look that up, kids. Seriously, don't go look it up. This is number 5, the Creepypasta Survival Guide. Oh dear, excuse me. Hello there, dear listener. If you're here, well, that's okay. We've all been there. You've just gone to a certain place at a certain time on a certain date, done a special thing, and the thing you suspected would happen has just fucking happened. Not to mention the fact that you've seen whatever the fuck lives in your mirror, been told in detail how you're going to die, and the highly demonic and invincible thing that you've summoned is now heading toward you. Your family is dead, your friends are all missing, and you're being framed by someone with access to your bedroom. What the fuck do you do now, sweet protagonist? Well, you've come to the right place to find out. These are the simple rules one must follow in order to firstly not become a victim of a creepypasta, and furthermore, to come out kicking if the worst does happen. With the help of this guide, you too can merely be a catatonic, traumatized wreck as opposed to the guy currently being worn as a coat by another dude who roams around a lot at night. Just keep these simple and compact rules in mind. Rule number 1. Mirrors and darkness don't mix. Rule number 2 is actually that mirrors are a general no in this space. There is nothing more sinister. Rule number 3. There is 0 chance of survival if you look at the thing that no one else can see or answer its question incorrectly. Rule number 4. If you are alone at night in a creepy mental institution, take some time to consider why you are there. And if it is appropriate to do so, leave. Rule number 5. Avoid going to places where everyone else who went there never came back or died inexplicably. Rule number 6. If someone stops your vehicle at night and asks to come with you, it would probably be in your best interest if you politely decline them. Rule number 7. Killing is the last method of survival. Use it sparingly, but without fear. Rule number 8. Who was phone is always a good thing to ponder. Also, who the hell answers a phone while having sex with a dead person's daughter? A creepy rapist, that's who. Rule number 9. Get a simple .38 revolver and load it with 2 silver bullets. If you really feel that there is no chance to come out alive of a situation, take 1 shot at whatever it is that is threatening you. And if this doesn't work, well, so have the last shot to become Ann Hero with. Rule number 10. Area 51 is simply too well guarded to let you get in, or to let any alien out. Rule number 11. When going to a hotel, try to steer clear of unauthorized areas. If you couldn't resist and you saw a red thing, take some time to consider the price range and hotel standard on your next visit. Have you ever stayed at a haunted Hilton? Didn't think so. Rule number 12. When booking your hotel stay, TripAdvisor can be an invaluable tool in deeming whether your choice is the scene of a mass murder full of dead people or built on the mouth of hell. Local newspapers will also be helpful. Rule number 13. Invoking demons, speaking weird languages, and performing rituals of any kind is dangerous. Don't fucking do that! Especially around abandoned warehouses, churches, psychiatric institutions, the woods, and your fucking house in front of a mirror at night. Rule number 14. When going to a new area, environmental understanding is key to survival. Ask around for cursed places, legends, dangers, and other details. Listen to local people's advice, and don't be afraid to ask if you are unsure of which attacks or disappearances are paranormal and which are not. Rule number 15. Always have a Bible next to your bed. It provides reading material, proof of beliefs, and a very heavy and effective object to throw at enemies. Rule number 16. Don't just count on holy water. Get a sturdy vial of sulfuric acid and let a priest consecrate it. Rule number 17. Japanese priests cleanse rooms by waving katana swords around. I've heard the ritual is 100% effective on corporeal forms. Rule number 18. If you find 666 messages on a phone, mailbox, email, etc., I would consider changing your service provider, and don't listen or read the messages. It's probably spam. Extra-dimensional, maybe, but spam nonetheless. Rule number 19. Old pharmaceutical companies cannot help you unless you specifically need blood of the innocent, snake oil, or radioactive syrup, which is never. Rule number 20. If you need to sign it in blood, you do not need to sign it. All mainstream governing bodies accept contracts signed in ink. Bear this in mind if offered deals that seem too good to be true. Rule number 21. Lighthouses are dangerous. Avoid them at all costs. If you work at a lighthouse, change your career. Go to insurance sales or veterinary care. I don't know. Have you ever read The Skeleton Key? Rule number 22. There is simply no reason to listen to music that causes suicidal tendencies. Rule number 23. Or to watch films that have had strange or disastrous consequences. Rule number 24. If you like to plan ahead and have some money, buy your aunt and uncle a house in Bel Air. Nothing can harm you there, no matter how scared your mother is. Rule number 25. Secret, secluded, untouched places in old buildings are left secret, secluded, and untouched for a reason. Pioneers never say die, but in fact they do have an unusually high mortality rate. Rule number 26. Before you start swimming in the ice-cold waters of a murky lake at the center of a dark forest at midnight, ask yourself, do you want to travel to an ancient and terrifying city? And if the answer is no, then maybe stay at home instead and watch whatever quality programming is available on Cinemax, which means tits. Rule number 27. On your 33rd birthday, try celebrating in a well-lit house with the company of others. Rule number 28. Watching TV static for long periods may be hazardous to your health. Try satellite TV or Freeview to combat this problem. Netflix and internet streaming are also very effective. Rule number 29. Get a cat or a dog. Those furry little hairballs seem to perceive unnatural phenomenon better than us, and if desperate, simply throw it at whatever's about to get you. No, I'm kidding. Unless it's a cat. Rule number 30. Safety in numbers. If you're getting a bit too freaked out, grab a few friends, any and all firearms, and avoid the area in question. Rule number 31. Cemeteries are bad places, especially in foggy conditions and on Halloween. If you don't have a reason to be there, I strongly suggest you do not be there. Rule number 32. Try not to close your eyes, ever. If you have to do so only briefly. If something has moved from its original location in the time it has taken you to blink, it's recommended you stop blinking again until you've dealt with said object. Fire is presumably the best method. Rule number 33. If you ever find an unmarked tape which contains the file extension .avi, even if it's your favorite unwatched child show that's lost for time and has never been viewed, do not fucking view it. Under any circumstances. Now, if the extension's .mts, that's a different matter altogether. But, rule number 34. If you hear chanting, run until you are out of earshot. Rule number 35. If you are too old to play with dolls, you do not need to be anywhere near one of these creepy little fuckers. Rule number 36. Legends can offer valuable insight on where not to go camping with friends. Rule number 37. When babysitting, ascertain the family's tastes and preferences to avoid being killed by poorly selected statues. Rule number 38. Even if you are certain that running will not save you, it's always best to try. What's the worst that can happen, right? Rule number 39. If you go to buy a used video game, whether at a game shop or a garage sale, never, ever buy one with a weird-looking cartridge. This includes strange colors, ripped-off labels with titles written in marker. The latter tends to have it more often than not. For the daring, don't just buy said game to become famous. Your chances of becoming an internet celebrity because of it can only work if you know how to program. You should also be highly suspicious of games priced too cheaply and of bootlegs. Not just because they're haunted, but because they're broken. Rule number 40, if you decide to buy the game anyway, rip that son of a bitch out of your console the moment it starts acting funny and take a hammer to it. Rule number 41, if you ever see a strangely new-looking doorway with a strange face on it on a building you swore you didn't see at first and the building happens to be an old chateau, don't fucking open it. Rule number 42. It's probably best to refrain from looking up on Google the phrase, huskies with grins. You'll just end up having to spread the word. Rule number 43, never allow someone to take a picture of you with an outdated camera. If it's too late, your only bet is to gamble with death. Or just trap him in a photo. Whichever's easiest. That works too. Rule number 44, don't play with dolls if they come with a needle or a defect. Especially a defect. You know what, actually just don't play with dolls. It's easier that way. Rule number 45, burn Ouija boards. But be sure to have one of those car fresheners handy. The real reason my spirits get so pissed off is because that foul aroma it produces when burned. Rule number 46, never confront animated puppets physically. Subdue them with spells or they will come back with minions or in a real physical body. Rule number 47. If you find yourself unable to escape, dancing may ward off the entity. Doing the hokey pokey is known to ward off curious monsters, but you might have to do the moonwalk to deal with a zombie. Rule number 48. If you're checking your computer for viruses and you go too deep into System 32, refrain from clicking on any .avi files. If you do not heed this warning, creepy videos are on you. Rule number 49. If you see old tapes containing the words happy and or appy, pretend you never saw them. Just go on with your life. It will only end up invoking some whacked out, coked up director of an old children's show, and you will wind up having to pull some thanks for the ride shit to kill him. Rule number 50. If you buy a used camcorder and find the previous owner left one of their tapes inside, it's best to refrain watching the tape, no matter how tempting it may be. Rule number 51. Be careful when buying an old, secondhand TV. Rule number 52. If you see a guy with both an incredibly large smile and black and white eyes, extricate yourself from the premises post-haste. Rule number 53. Don't go to a friend's house to bake cupcakes if they have random spurts of schizophrenic insanity. Rule number 54. Phone companies with low coverage are best avoided. Rule number 55. .exe files with strange names are not safe. Don't open them. Rule number 56. For the love of Neptune, turn off your fucking faucet when you're done with it. Rule number 57. If you are told to not look behind you, it's better to do so unless you are against a wall. Rule number 58. Also, don't listen to anybody who tells you to go to sleep. It's better to run away, if you can. Rule number 59. If you see a tall man with tentacles, run. Rule number 60. Don't enter strange websites. Rule number 61. Don't enter strange places. Rule number 62. Don't watch strange videos. And rule number 63. If a woman covers her mouth, asks you if she's beautiful, tell her she's average. It will prevent her from slicing your mouth open. Rule number 64. No good can ever come from owning a shiny Pokemon. Rule number 65. If you're an intern at a cartoon studio and you happen to be reviewing new episodes, make sure the episodes are safe for work before viewing it. Rule number 66. Don't be so excited when being asked to look behind you, though. But also don't take forever. No reason to keep death waiting. Rule number 67. Weird shit in Europe won't hurt you in the United States. Leave that to Creep, Scarecrow, and the Creepy Dark. Rule number 68. Weird shit in the United States will not hurt you in Europe. Damn. Rule number 69. Should you break Rule 54, there is always a chance of rescue. No, I'm not cutting it out. Fuck you. Rule number 70. If your brother is tired of noise, or if your close friend has a brother like that, refrain from going into his basement unless you want to be tortured, raped, and killed, especially raped. Isn't that right, MCP? Rule number 71. If you buy a memory card and it has saved data on it, delete the saves. Rule number 72. If you get a drawing of Sonic on a disc and the only file on the disc is a .exe file called Sonic, don't play it, destroy it, or a demonic being that looks like a Sonic plushie might try to kill you, as so I've heard. If not, he might try to kill you with his bad writing, which is equally horrifying. Copyright claims! No, really, this stuff happens. Rule number 73. If you see what appears to be a 12-year-old child with black shorts, a gray bloody shirt, red shades, dark gray skin, and a maniacal grin, do not under any circumstances piss him off. Unless you're werepire or brave. Rule number 74. Neighbors may have a darker side. If they do things that seem off for them, act normal. Rule number 75. In addition to Rule 77, if you hear foreign voices from your body, that means you've been body jacked. Rule number 76. Don't know why we're going into Rule 77 before we've gone into Rule 75, which is in addition to Rule 77, but this is weird. Rule number 76. Get my brain checked. Rule number 76. Rule number 76. If you are an adult and notice that you are being stalked by a guy with a black suit, long arms, and no face, reach for the nearest child and throw him or her at him. Then run like hell. Rule number 77. If you are a child in the same situation, run like hell before said adult uses you to satisfy the aforementioned being's craved hunger. And if you do not manage to escape before the adult snags you, try bargaining with the Slender Man that the adult has more delicious flesh. Rule number 78. The Slender Man, said monster depicted in the last two tips, feeds on paranoia. If you remember that Slender Man only wants a hug, he won't go after you. But if he does stalk you, then run. And if all else fails, just give him $20. And he should leave you alone. I don't know, that's Rule 79. Rule 80. If you see someone crawling around, it's more likely to be something, and you probably don't want more information about it. Rule 81. If you are a police officer, state trooper, FBI agent, or any person of authority, and you have 2 days left until retirement, if you happen to notice anything suspicious or potentially dangerous to your health, get the fuck out of there. Immediately. Rule number 82. If you are being chased by any creepypasta and feel you are 100% out of options, attempt to run to wherever Stephen King is doing his next book signing. Your killer will be far too interested in trying to get an autograph to remember what they were doing in the first place, and if Stephen King is not in your general vicinity at the time, R.L. Stine is always available. Rule number 83. If you are a creepypasta reader and feel that things are getting a little too real, take a break. Rule number 84. If you find a magic stick which lets you draw living creatures, don't draw yourself. You may be surprised how pissed off you are at you. Rule number 85. If you wake up in the middle of the woods after having fallen asleep listening to your own heartbeat, take notice that someone probably put you there. But don't call the police. Publish a book off of it and get a movie deal, which still hasn't come out. I'm waiting, Dathan. Rule number 86. If you're being offered an orange by a demon, either don't take it or follow the steps from Rule 89. Rule number 87. On the third day of the third month of every 33rd year, seal up all the openings to your house, unless you want to be eaten by an evil mist. Rule number 88. If you notice that you're being stalked by a screaming child in a skull mask, don't always assume that the kid is evil. Just be sure to save the bunch of crunch, should you have any. Rule number 89. When reminiscing about your favorite child's show on a message board, take a moment to consider if the episode where all the characters screamed their lungs out was real or not, and take a moment then to consider if the entire show was real or not. Rule number 90. When looking through mysterious blood-soaked pictures left in your mailbox, check to make sure you locked your doors and windows. Rule number 91. Remember, snowmen have feelings too. Rule number 92. Stitch is naked. Covering him with a towel will cause him to die. Do so post-haste. Rule number 93. If your friend disturbingly edits tapes, it's probably a good idea to just never see him again. Rule number 94. If you keep finding broken glass in your home, check to see if the shards match the colors of the glass object that were broken. If they do not, run. Rule number 95, if Jeff the Killer shows up in your bedroom unarmed and invites you to follow him to his home... Oh, well, let's be honest here. Let's just not even... No, we can't give Jeff any kind of credit, can we? Do we have to? Come on, do we have to? Really? Oh, come on. No, honey, no. No, we're not doing that, no. Just stab the fucker! Rule number 96. Learn to number your fucking story correctly on the Wikipedia. This is fucking ridiculous. Rule number 96. Should you notice that your friend has suddenly developed a personality that is a mix between Heath Ledger's Joker and Beetlejuice, he or she is most likely inhabited. It would probably be best to keep clear of the person until they return to their normal, boring-as-fuck personality. Rule number 97. If you encounter a small creature which looks like a mutant four-armed baby with a smile like Jeff the Killer, don't listen to it. Not even if it offers you gold. Oh, goodness. Rule number 98. If you are still using Windows XP and you use it every day with internet, sticking with it is a pretty stupid decision. End of support means more doors opening for viruses and even more doors opening for crazy supernatural shit. Rule number 99. Stay far, far away from abandoned amusement parks. Rule number 100. If your son starts talking about some sort of doll from any game, do not play the game. Take the gaming system and play baseball with it. That's much better. Rule number 101. If you do play the game and later hear any tapping at any place in your home, yell to your child to lock their door and jump from a window. It is wise to then light the house on fire and jump from the window with your spouse. Rule number 102. Always think twice before doing something stupid or doing something you might regret. Rule 103. If you come across a pro wrestling DVD you haven't heard of, it was likely never released for a reason. Rule number 104. If you are browsing the internet and a colorful pop-up that says you win, you lose, you die appears, for God's sake, don't click on any of them. Just unplug the computer. Go touch grass. Rule number 105. If a magic 8-ball gives you anything but yes, no, or maybe, destroy it. Rule number 106. Do not go to any halfway house or mental institution you can get yourself into in any city in any country unless your name happens to be Legion. Rule number 107. If you do end up in any halfway house or mental institution you can get yourself into, do not talk to the receptionist at the front desk. Instead, read a magazine, pamphlet, or any source of reading material that one of the tables in the waiting area offers, unless your name is Legion. Rule number 108. If you do talk to said receptionist at the front desk of the halfway house or mental institution, do not ask for anyone whose name starts with the holder of, unless your name is Legion. Rule number 109. Do not collect all 538 objects. There is a reason why they must never come together unless your name is Legion. Rule number 110. If you find a bag with dozens of tapes in it, fucking leave it alone. It might be some kid you punched in the face a while ago and that's out to kill everybody. Rule number 111. There are some parts of YouTube you should not be on. Hi. Rule number 112. Don't kill anyone because you made a page on a website or an admin or someone deleted it. Just don't. You should probably go read a book or something. Don't fucking kill people like that. Rule number 113. If you buy used wireless headphones off of the internet, rip those bitches off of your head as soon as you hear static and or voices. Rule number 114. If you attempt to bypass a level of an extremely hard typing game, you might find yourself trying to kidnap children whilst wearing a chef hat. Rule number 115. In addition to Rule 116, there was probably a reason why the level was so damn hard. Rule number 116. If you go camping in the woods and find a cabin, you should probably leave it alone. You've watched the movies. Rule number 117. Everyone's scared of something. If you're not scared of anything, you're a liar. Rule number 118. When playing Minecraft, do not set render distance to tiny. Rule number 119. If you do set render distance to tiny, and you see a mob that looks like Steve in the distance, set render distance to full. Rule number 120. If said mob is still sighted, delete the game. Rule number 121. If said mob, known as Herobrine, is in every game, delete the Minecraft game. Just reinstall it. It's fine. They fixed it. Rule number 122. If you are in your bedroom at night and you wake to see a feeble-looking gray humanoid at the end of your bed, do not hesitate to throw your covers over it and try to beat it to death. And maybe put the Bible that was mentioned earlier to good use. Rule number 123. If previously mentioned creature escapes one's grasp, it will stalk you and maul you, so if sighted again, run or kill it. Rule number 124. Monsters bleed. If forced to fight one, don't think all hope is lost. Rule number 125. Better safe than sorry. If you do kill whatever it is that attacked you, don't just think that you're safe yet. Shoot or stab them in every vital organ you can think of, and sever limbs. Burning them and or putting them through a meat grinder will then help. Rule number 126. If a banshee is screaming the living shit out of you, then that is the only sign that you're going to die a slow and painful death. Rule number 127. If you have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon card that has a very ominous force, either creates death or magic that you've never imagined, either burn the card or cut it to pieces with scissors. Abandoning it in the trash would simply be making you its next victim. Rule number 128. Demonic or spiritual forces can enter any object or person with ease, but can be kept out of an object by letting a priest or a group of priests do exorcisms, as long as you or any members of your family are not the cause of it. Rule number 129. Seek a fortune teller if you happen to have a spiritual experience that will affect your future. No, I'm just kidding. Those are all scam artists. Rule number 130. Rap Rat is not a song artist. In fact, stay away from anything that concerns that name. Rule 131. Slenderman does not always kill out of hunger or boredom. If he's stalking you, ask yourself if your death would benefit humanity. If it will, then maybe throw in the towel. Because he's coming. You don't believe me? Go ask all those Nazi soldiers found impaled on trees. Rule 132. Hide and seek is an evil game. For real. Rule 133. Before you consider those horrible fragments of your deranged imagination your friends, take a good look at their faces. If they have yellow eyes or are impossibly deformed, take as many pills as your local psychiatrist is willing to give you. And seek Jesus. Rule number 134. If you suspect that an immortal, armless monster wants to put a foot through your stomach, run. Rule 135. If your walls bleed phrases that make no sense, try reading them backwards. If they still don't make any sense, burn the house down. Rule 136. If your walls start bleeding in the first place, burn the house down. Yeah. Rule 137. If that one wall is miraculously still unburned, run. Rule 138. Get in shape. The only thing you can do to evade the majority of creepypastas is to run, so if you're a fatty, you're done for. That was mean. I don't care. Rule 139. If you are paraplegic, make like Happy Wheels and fashion some rockets to your chair. Rule 140. If any kind of man or beast appears in your room in the middle of the night, it is best to stab it and stab it and stab it. Rule 141. If you have no other weapon, put the Bible I told you next to you to good use. And Rule 142. The creepypastas that become famous cannot be forced. They just happen. If you are deliberately putting yourself in danger against powerful, extremely bloodthirsty things that you do not understand so that you can write a non-profit story to put up on a wiki webpage, it may be time to accept you are a complete fucking idiot. Follow these simple rules, and little and or massive harm may befall you. Either way, the important thing is to make sure your tale is told, copied, and pasted repeatedly. Forever yours, Management.